Is your engine acting like it is gasping for air, stalling out at stoplights, or blowing thick black smoke out of the tailpipe? These are classic symptoms that your mass airflow sensor is having a hard time, which often triggers the P0101 code. This sensor sits right in the air intake tract of your engine, and its only job is to measure the volume and density of the air being pulled in. The Powertrain Control Module, or PICM, uses this information along with data from other sensors to figure out exactly how much fuel to spray for the best power and fuel economy. When the signal from the sensor falls out of the range that the computer expects, everything goes out of balance. One of the most common reasons for this code is actually a dirty or contaminated sensor wire. If you use a reusable oiled air filter and happen to put a bit too much oil on it, that oil can travel down the intake and coat the tiny delicate film or wire inside the sensor with a layer of grime. Even a small amount of dust can trick the sensor into sending the wrong data. A great first step is to grab a can of specialized mass airflow cleaner and gently spray the internal parts of the sensor. But whatever you do, do not touch those wires with your fingers or a cloth because they will break instantly. You should also carefully inspect the plastic intake boots for any cracks or loose clamps, because if air is leaking into the engine after the sensor, the computer will not know about it and the car will run lean. If the sensor is clean and there are no air leaks, you might want to check the ground for the manifold absolute pressure sensor or see if your catalytic converter is starting to get backed up. If you do end up needing a new sensor, I really suggest staying away from the cheap aftermarket ones and going with an original equipment manufacturer part. Or OEM, because these sensors are very sensitive and your car's computer is designed to work with the exact calibration of the factory part.